Hello, I'm Jacob Williamson. I'm a graphic designer from North Carolina. I've been creating graphics since 2009 with a focus in branding, identity, and logo design. This is my YouTube channel where I plan to share tips, tricks, and tutorials related to graphic design, Adobe Illustrator, freelancing, and logo design. In this tutorial, I'm going to create a golden ratio and a the Fibonacci spiral inside of Adobe Illustrator, and then we're going to compare the two, and I'll talk a little bit about how you can use it to improve your design. So let's get started. Let's create a document size, really doesn't matter. Turn off align new objects to pixel grid. This thing will really confuse you sometimes. I use a program, plugin called Auto Savior. It's free from Astute Graphics. It'll add the functionality to Illustrator to let you automatically save your work. First, create a square with a size of 161.8 because that's the size of the golden ratio. So, yeah. Put it in the center of the artboard. Use the line tool to draw a line down the center. Now get the line tool again and draw a line from the bottom center up to the right, the top right. Now take this line here and use the rotate tool. Okay, now grab another square and drag it to the end of the line. You can delete this one in the center now. So right here, this is called a golden rectangle. The length of it divided by the height of it should be 1.618. Or I'm sorry, 1.610 or 1.6. Screw it, I don't know what it is. Just do the math. So this, okay, 1.618 divided by 261.798 divided by 161.8 is 1.6180, and it goes on and on, but this is the golden ratio. It's an infinite number. So alright, well, what do you do next with this? What could you do with this? Well, you could make the golden spiral. So how would you do that? Well, starting in this corner here, make sure you have snap guides or smart guides on and snap to point on. I'm holding shift to make a perfect square, so really, you could just keep going and doing this an infinite amount of times if I was to keep scaling in. So we don't have to do that. We can just do it this many times for this purpose of this tutorial. Alright, now use the arc tool. Get in this corner here and drag it all the way from this corner. All I did there was I pressed F to rotate the arch tool. So just keep pressing F to rotate it. That's what I'm doing. So here's a golden spiral, and we're just gonna join these together here. Let's change that color to blue. Let's change this color to pink. I changed the weight on it too, so it'll be easier to see. Now I'm going to align it to the center and align this to the center, and there you have it, the golden ratio and the golden spiral. Okay, so now for the Fibonacci sequence slash spiral. Alright, well, what is the Fibonacci sequence? So it's pretty easy. It's 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3, plus 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 5 is 13, 13 plus 8 is 21, 21 plus 8 is 34. Yeah. LOL. I failed at math. Okay. 34 plus 21 is 55. Okay, that should be enough. You can keep going on and on. And it's worth noting that the Fibonacci sequence is not the golden ratio, but it's close. And the more you go on with the Fibonacci sequence, the closer it'll get to phi, or the golden ratio, which is 1.6180. So yeah. Alright, so what do you do with this here? Well, you have these numbers, so you could create a square the size of 55 pixels. Okay, I'll have to zoom in a little bit on this. Okay, next create a square the size of 34 pixels. Alright, and switch the strokes on these here. Drag that to the corner here, beside each other like this. What I'm doing now is I'm just pressing Control and Y, and this is called preview mode. It lets you just preview the strokes in this sort of way. Or I should say, just preview the path, not the strokes. It's just, you're just previewing the path. Okay, I could just keep going down this list here and creating squares of each size, but you don't really need to do that. So you just From this corner here, just drag this all the way to the top, and look at that, it's 21 pixels. So you just do this here, and from this corner, and yep, 13. And you just keep going. That's a little difficult to do there. It's not wanting to snap. Sometimes you have that problem. Okay. Well, you get the idea. So this should be a good starting point here. Let's change the stroke here to 25. Change the color to pink. Group it together. Alright, use the arch tool and change the color to blue. Cotton candy colors. Alright, press F there. Join these together here. Join these together. Join these together. Join these together. Join these together. Okay. Make that pink again. Change this to 1. Alright. Okay, so these look pretty similar. So let's drag this one to the size of this one up here. So we can sort of compare them here. Anyways, you can tell they look identical. So people say, that the Fibonacci sequence is not the golden ratio, and they're right, but it's so close when you're using it for design. The general purpose is not, to be all perfect with it. I mean, you can use it for some logos that are all perfect using the golden ratio. For instance, I believe the National Geographic is their logo is a perfect example of the golden ratio. But the goal actually is just to use the golden ratio and the Fibonacci sequence as sort of a visual guide for page layout. And we'll drag these over to each other and delete all the squares, and then we're going to turn on preview mode, and we can see that they match up perfectly. So I used one method. I used the golden ratio to create the first one, and the second method I used the Fibonacci sequence. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you learned a lot. Consider subscribing for more content, and visit my blog, and like me on Twitter, Facebook, and other social media. Thank you. Goodbye.